Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Hey guys, this is Frozen Things Stews here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today, I am going to be doing a review on Bad Boys. Yes, guys, I am going to be reviewing the first three Bad Boys films leading up to Bad Boys Ride or Die. Now, before I get into the intro, just a disclaimer that I that there may be background noise. There will be background noise eventually because I'm actually recording this one out there. This is kind of like a vlog review where I talk while walking. Because I'm out there right now, and so just bear with me on the noise and all that stuff. So yeah. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah. So yeah. Bad Boys is the first installment in the Bad Boys quadrilogy and is directed by Michael Bay. Yes, the Michael Bay. You all know what he directed. I don't need to say it. And this is actually his directorial debut. Yeah, this is the first one he's ever done. And it came out in the year 1995. Airplane noise. But anyways, not get distracted. The film, it came out in the year 1995, and it stars Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, Joe Patoliano, Taya Loney, Theresa Randall, and Tessera, and the other actors. Anna Thompson. Yeah, it's hard for me to pronounce a lot of them, like French. Show it. And it tells the story of two cops named Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett, who are Miami policemen, and they have 72 hours to reclaim a consignment of drugs stolen from under their station's nose. To complicate matters, in order to get the assistance of the sole witness to a murder, they have to pretend to be each other. So yeah. So basically, they go undercover. Mike Lowry pretends to be Marcus, and Marcus pretends to be Mike. So yeah. I know I've reviewed a couple of Michael Bay's movies. One of them including the Transformers films last year, and I think you all know how I feel about Michael Bay as a director. Now, while I do think that Michael Bay is overall a bad director, I do think that calling him the worst director is kind of going too far, as Michael Bay has made some good films. Recently, I rewatched Pearl Harbor, and honestly, I gotta say, I actually was way too harsh on Pearl Harbor. I remember watching Pearl Harbor back in 2017 with no opinions, but then the film is, because of the fact that the film is massively hated online, I decided to just hate it too and give it 1 star in Letterboxd. But boy, what I was thinking. What was I thinking? Yeah, I honestly defend Pearl Harbor. I actually think it's Michael Bay's most underrated film, and one Michael Bay film that doesn't deserve the hate, which shows that Michael Bay isn't like a straight up bad director. He just became a bad director, but he used to be a good director. But if you look at Michael Bay's films in the 90s, he actually has films like The Rock and Armageddon, which are his two best films, with Armageddon being my favorite Michael Bay movie. Now, don't get me wrong, no Michael Bay movie is a masterpiece. None of them are perfect. None of them are like 5 stars, but still, I think Michael Bay is, I think, a director who I don't like, but I think there are much worse directors out there. There's worse out there. My least favorite director, if you're wondering, my worst director would be Walt Thorne. Okay, there's noise coming, but yeah, try. Okay. Anyways, sorry about that. I'm not gonna bother with it. But anyways, when it comes to the Bad Boys series, I do think that this is a pretty average series. Now, I will get to my thoughts on the next two Bad Boys films, but spoiler alert, I'll just say, I actually really like Bad Boys for Life. I think that film is really good. Should have been called Ride or Die, and the fourth film be Bad Boys for Life. We're here now talking about Bad Boys, Michael Bay's first film. And what did I think of Bad Boys? It's all right. Yeah, it's a pretty fine movie. It's fine, I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah, actually, that was. I'm gonna talk about my expectations. Mentioned a bit of Bad Boys right there before I get into my full thoughts on this one. Now, yeah, I think I was actually planning to talk about make a video on the Bad Boys Rider trailer. And yeah, yeah, now I will say though, I want to like Bad Boys Rider Die, but I am a little bit concerned about it. I do think that the franchise would have been better off ending at the third film. Yeah, I personally would be okay with that. Because Bad Boys for Life, it did feel like a good ending and a pretty good legacy sequel, if you can call it. No, wait, no, it doesn't count as a legacy sequel. Ride or Die, I hope it's enjoyable. I hope it's solid, but yeah, I wasn't really too crazy about the first trailer. The second trailer though, much better. Okay, so anyway, with that out of the way, let's talk about Bad Boys Rider. The first Bad Boys, and yeah, like what I said, it's all right. It's just okay. However, I gotta say, this film, it kind of didn't age well. It did feel like obviously outdated, and this film just being dated, it's so obvious. Honestly, yeah, it's pretty obvious about how it's pretty obvious with how dated this film is. But yeah, let's start off with what I liked about this film first. The things that I think I give a pass. It's sort of enjoyable, I guess. I mean, the film it's not boring, I guess. So there's that. I do think this is an overall passable film. Yeah, I think what really makes Bad Boys just really good is the chemistry between Mike and Marcus. I think they're both such a great duo, and it's really easy to enjoy them both as a duo. Like, they're just a lot of fun. And the film is very comedic. The film does a really good job, but with its comedy, I will say is though, the comedy is one of this film's strong points. Yeah, maybe the comedy is cheesy, but it's one of the better things in this franchise, I guess. But I mean, but I think it's their chemistry that really makes this work, because if you actually have these two, if the chemistry with the duo works, then you pretty much have a win right there. Yeah, really, I mean, like there. And Will Smith Will Smith is great as well. This is probably one of his better roles, I guess, and even Martin Lawrence as well. I'm not actually sure what Martin Lawrence's best role is, but I can tell one role he's in. Open Season, which I take Bad Boys any day over Open Season. So right now I'd say this is Martin Lawrence's best role yet. I guess maybe I'm not a fan of him because he doesn't have any like banger roles, but considering that, yeah, like what I said, he's in Open Season, I think that this is his better role, because Bad Boys is way better than Open Season. Who agrees with me? Let me know down below in the comments. The action scenes are actually really good. Now, they're not the best action scene, but while a lot of the film is dated, I will say the one thing that isn't really dated is the action scenes. The action scenes, they're decently directed. They're a lot of fun. Especially seeing Mike and Marcus kick a lot of ass. And the music is really good too. I mean, I like the Bad Boys theme song a lot with the What You Gonna Do. What you gonna do when I come for you? And also the music as well, with the dun 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 dun. Yeah, how can anyone just not enjoy that? It's just, yeah, such a great soundtrack. And yeah, so yeah, anyways, yeah, I guess that's all the good stuff about this film. Fortunately though, I now have to talk negative about this film because now I'm gonna get to my flaws of the film and why I think that Bad Boys is not as good as it should have been. Yeah, I do think this film is extremely dated. Yeah, not the action scene is like the action scene and chemistry and maybe partially the comedy. They're like probably the only thing I did not think was dated because a lot of things in this movie felt very dated to me. Like the story is pretty dated. It's very half baked, and it's actually very thin. Like it's like a combination of thin and complex at the same time. Like a lot of things in the story don't make sense to me, and you can clearly tell the film's the film's 90s cheesiness was not very good. I guess was not very good. I guess and yeah, there were some decisions in the film I thought was not that. There were some decisions in the film that I personally did not agree on, like the idea that to have Mike and Marcus separated for like a large chunk of the film. Okay, I get it. That's the plot. That's the plot to have them separated. But I feel like the film just. But the film could have at least focused on both Mike and Marcus equally. I feel like the film, a large chunk of the film, like didn't have Mike in it, and it was just so focused on Mike, on Mike. No, it was so focused on Marcus desperately trying to help this woman and saying, "Hey, I'm Mike Lowry. I'm undercover." Like, the whole movie, a lot of the part of this movie is just basically him trying to convince a woman that Marcus is actually is Mike Lowry, and it's just that part of the film kind of dragged, and it made me constantly ask, where the fuck is Mike? Yeah, where is the actual Mike trying to be Marcus? Like, where is that plot? Why is he just why did he just suddenly disappear from the screen all of a sudden? But thankfully he did come back. It didn't take long for him to come back. Yeah, that was just a part of the movie that dragged. But I feel like Michael Bay's directorial flair is kind of a huge miss in this one. Now, I'm not trying to be a Michael Bay hater here, but honestly, Michael Bay is I was not a fan of Michael Bay's directing style here. Now, when it comes to directorial debuts, I always love directorial debuts. Like, there's so much, great directorial debuts. There's so much I can actually praise. But Bad Boys is an example of, Bad Boys is an example of otherwise when it comes to directorial debut because, there's a lot of hits with. There's been a lot of great directorial debuts, and then there's this one. It is better directed. Michael Bay did a better job than his bad movies where he just goes too far with his stupid explosions and piece of shit storytelling. But Michael Bay tries. The problem with this is that Michael Bay there's no identity with the directing. Now, yeah, there was no identity with the directing. Michael Bay was trying way too hard to sorry about that, but sorry if you can't hear me, but what I was saying is Michael Bay was trying way too hard to have like a visual style to he pushed it a little too hard to like show off his directorial style, but considering that this is just his first time directing, he could have just went easy on it. He didn't have to try too hard of a style, but it just went up to the point where it just felt missing. Like there was not a very good there is no uniqueness to his directing. There is no flavor to it. So therefore it did come with a fall. So there's that. So overall, yeah, Bad Boys is a film that is enjoyable. It's kind of enjoyable. Not the most entertaining film ever, but it was greatly carried by great leads who have great chemistry. Oh yeah, and also another flaw I have in this film is that the supporting cast is forgettable. Like most of the supporting cast is forgettable. The female character, I don't remember her. I mean, Captain Howard, I remember him because he's like one of the he's like besides Mike and Marcos, he's like the another main character in this one. I don't remember the female character's name. I certainly don't remember the villain's name, and so there's that. But yeah, it is enjoyable thanks to its two good leads, but it doesn't feel enough for me to actually really like it. Yeah, Michael Bay did a very Michael Bay's directing was not very good. The story is meh but forgivable. The film does drag at points, and it's overall just dated and forgettable. Yeah, this movie did feel pretty dated. So yeah. So with that said, I'm going to give Bad Boys 3 stars. 3 stars out of 5. Average movie. Yeah, pretty average, I guess. So also for my review of Bad Boys, what are your thoughts on the film? Do you agree with me that this film is pretty average and could have been better and was dated? Or would you agree? Or do you think that this film is better than I say it is, and you'd consider this as your favorite Bad Boys film? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my review on Bad Boys 2. So yeah, bye guys.